Well, I got another story here for you.
All right, one more, and then I got to piss or I'm going to die.
All right. Well, we can take a break now.
Let's do one more story, and then we'll take a quick break, come back, finish up, and get the fuck out of here for 3 weeks.
Sure. All right. Here again is the social justice warriors.
Okay, good.
Getting involved.
All right.
I had to laugh when I read this because this goes back to a story that we did about 4 weeks ago.
Okay.
About people doing stuff at Halloween parties where we do wacky shit on Halloween.
Yeah.
A school board member is under fire for wearing blackface.
How do you not know that that's a bad idea?
Well, but regardless if it's a bad idea or not, are you not allowed to do that, whether it's good or bad?
Well, did he do it at the school or
no? He did it at a Halloween party for adults.
Oh, then he's free to do whatever he wants.
Yeah, he didn't do it on school grounds.
Mm-hmm.
Blevins, Arkansas.
Blevins, Arkansas.
Arkansas alone should just send up red flags.
Seed.
The Arkansas NAACP and several residents are calling for the resignation of school board member in eastern Arkansas after photos surfaced of him at a Halloween party in blackface while holding a sign referring to Black Lives Matter.
That sounds gay.
So this guy goes to a Halloween party, not affiliated with the school.
Hey, dude, you're the one that... Hey, dude.
Whoops. Sorry.
This guy goes to a Halloween party.
Yeah.
Not associated with the school.
Right.
Wearing blackface.
Okay.
Holding up a sign that says Black Lives Matter. Somebody takes a picture.
Yeah.
And then forwards it on to whomever that's involved with his employer.
Okay.
So, yeah, there it is in the chat room right there.
That's some real blackface there. Holy shit. That looks more like a dog than a black man.
So this guy, he goes to a party, holds up a sign that says Black Lives Matter, off a school campus, off school time, doing this on his own time, and he's in fear of losing his job.
Which is stupid.
I agree. NAACP members and others demand Ted Bonner's resignation Monday during a Blevins school board meeting. But the board president, Justice West, what an interesting name, Justice.
Justice.
Said there was no mechanism for removing Bonner, who had refused to resign and has 2 years left on his term. Bonner, who is white.
What?
He's white.
Guilty.
Right. Was at the meeting. When asked why he dressed in blackface with overalls and a fake crooked teeth, he did not address the question. It was a Halloween costume, God damn it!
That's what he should have done. He should have stood right the fuck up and said it was a Halloween costume.
It was a costume.
Yeah.
I was being goofy. I was being a parody.
Mm-hmm.
It was Halloween.
Yep.
It's embarrassing. It's ridiculous. And it's hurtful.
Shut up.
To the people of Arkansas.
Who's hurt?
Who's hurt?
Who the fuck is laying around bleeding out because this guy fucking put on blackface? There's nobody hurt.
Not just the people of Blevins, state the NAACP. Ted Bonner has no remorse and he has not been apologetic.
The city councilor, whoever of Blevins. Who's making this statement?
Well, it's the NAACP chapter president, Rizal Aaron.
Listen, Rizal, fuck you. That comes from a white face spitting that at you, you cunt.
You're a privilege. You got white privilege.
My privilege tells me that I can tell you that you are an overly racist cunt. Stop worrying about it. I mean, holy fucking shit. This is we're so far off the fucking rails now. It isn't even funny.
Right.
You know, it was funny when it started. It's not funny anymore. It's just fucking pathetic. You know, you want to know why people can't get ahead anywhere? Because you're worried about this kind of shit. You're wasting. I don't know what does the NAACP do besides fucking look for white guys to bitch at? Do
That's
they
it.
do something?
Well, that's pretty much it.
Well, I'm being serious. Do they?
No, that's pretty much it. It's just like trying to equalize the playing field is what they try to do.
So their whole job is to lay justice for fucking affirmative action gone awry.
More or less.
See, those kind of organizations just, they should be allowed to exist, but they should be given no credibility. None. Why would you give any credibility to this? Who cares that this guy was wearing blackface? Who gives a shit? What does it hurt? How does what he does in his private life affect him teaching fucking math or whatever?
It was outrageous.
So what? What does that got to do with fucking Common Core, you twat? Nothing. Who cares? Guess what? In the real world, there are people that don't like other people. That's just the way it fucking is. As long as he does his fucking job, who cares? Can you fathom, dude, if you owned a company, you know, and I do own companies, so I know my answer. But if you owned a company and you had an employee that absolutely did not represent your business, what you believe, but he didn't do it on the job, but outside the job, he did his job well, but outside the job, he was a fucking cokehead. I'll just use that as an example because I know you're anti-drug. Okay? But he does his job well. Would you give a fuck?
The only time I would give a fuck is if it affected his performance.
Yeah.
And he didn't show up to work every day and he was fucking up on the job and losing clients and all this. If he did that on his own time and it didn't affect his way that he did his job every day, it's none of my business.
Exactly. I mean, I have employees that do things that I don't necessarily agree with, but I'm not going to fucking be like, I can't have you work for my company because outside of work, you're, you know, whatever, banging fat chicks two at a time. You know, I mean, can you imagine? I mean, I have an employee that bangs fat chicks two at a time. And can you imagine if I told him, well, he couldn't work for me anymore because I don't find that to be honorable? Honestly, that's what these fucking assholes are saying. It's the same fucking thing. Isn't it?
I would agree. I mean, you know of a personal circumstance that I had about 6 or 7 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Where somebody quit a job, a subordinate of mine who quit their job because of this show.
Right.
And because of their perception of what I represented.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And then after leaving the job within a matter of 2 weeks or so, he was begging for his job.
Yeah, here, let me back.
And my employer said, fuck off. There ain't no way we're bringing you back. But the supposedly the reason he quit is because I was so out of control and just goes against everything he believed in.
Yeah.
That he had to quit his job because of it.
Well, I know some things about you, and I will say pretty, with a lot of conviction. There's one thing you're not, it's out of control. You might have different opinions than other people, but the last thing in the world you're ever going to hear from you is fucking you like doing stuff half-cocked and crazy. Now me, I'm a little half-cocked and crazy. But you're always thought out, and everything's a plan. Look at the project that me and you are getting ready to work on with your business.
Sure.
We've been planning this thing and talking through it for 2 months.
At least 2 months.
2 months, and it's all very organized. It's all, well, we got to accomplish this before we can do that before we do that, and this before we do this. Everything's in order, and that's coming out of your head. I know it's not coming from your bosses. It's because I've dealt with you for fucking 20 years or however many years it's been at this point that I know how you are, and I know that that's why this is working out that way. And that's fine. I'm not even saying that as a negative. I'm just saying you're not wild and out of control. You always keep yourself in check so that you're ready for the fucking out of control. And that guy was insane to fucking make that accusation about you. And I'm sure that's why your bosses were like, fuck you, pal.
Well, believe me, there was no one more surprised than I was when I was told that this guy walked off the job because of me.
Because you're very wild.
Because I'm out of hand.
You are a psychopath.
Because I used bad language and I hate women and my show is crazy and out of control.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, it's something you do outside of the job.
Right.
But I'll bet you the next guy doesn't get to hear the show now, does he?
No, he begs to hear the show.
And you don't let him?
No, he does.
Oh, does he?
And he goes, I love this show.
For now.
Right.
Till he wants your job and then he turns you in.
Exactly.
Believe me, I am if I've got one thing working for me, it's that I am, independently employed.
Right.
Because there ain't nobody going to put up with my bullshit these days. And I wouldn't change to keep a job. Can you imagine me trying to change to keep a job?
No, of course not.
That could never, ever happen. That could not. I never did back in the old days. It's just now the show's more popular.
Sure. Well, I said in front of my boss the other day to my subordinate. I'm going to just call him a subordinate, but coworker or whatever. But I'm in charge of him. Yeah. He was rattling on about something. I said right in front of my boss, I said, stop being such a petulant faggot. And that got a big laugh.
Right.
But I said that in the work environment.
Right.
God forbid. But they thought that was funny.
Yeah.
Had I said that in front of the other guy, he would have just like,
lawsuit.
Exactly. So that's the difference.
Yep.
All right. I know you have to piss, so let's finish up the story real quick.
Okay.
Miller County NAACP president Ulysses Brewer said that the blackface sends a bad message to children in the school district.
Why? He was at a party outside of the school.
Yeah, he didn't come to the gym dressed up like that.
He didn't show up for class with blackface on.
Right. Arkansas television station KATV reports that Blevins School District Superintendent Billy Lee, good Southern name.
Hey, buddy, it's me, Billy Lee.
Exactly. Where's that watermelon? Get me some fried chicken.
God damn it. Get me some Popeyes.
Exactly. Confirmed Bonner was the man in the photos.
Yeah.
Bonner later told KSLA-TV that he was very sorry and didn't know that there was such a thing as blackface.
Oh, shut up.
He didn't know there was such a thing.
He didn't know it was blackface.
He said the photos were from a private Halloween party.
Yeah.
Private.
God damn it, look, it's brown. It's brown face. I don't know what this blackface is.
Well,
I'm brown.
Still, Bonner said he doesn't intend to resign from the school board.
Good on him for that.
I am standing up for my right as a United States citizen, Bonner said. I'm standing up for my right to stay on the board because the people elected me to the board. After hearing the action would be taken against Bonner, the local NAACP chapter said it would protest.
Oh no!
Until Blevins Bonner's resignation. A rally was held before the board meeting, and Lee threatened the police intervention if the protesters didn't vacate. Arkansas State Police told Lee that citizens were not unruly and had the right to assemble in a public building.
Yeah.
Not apologizing. This was a private party.
Yeah, good for him for that, but he apologized. He did apologize.
Sure.
He said, "I'm sorry, I didn't." And his lie is worse than the fucking just. What's worse? I didn't know there was blackface.
Blackface. Who doesn't know that there's blackface?
I didn't know that there was blackface. Or, fuck you, I was at a private party. What's worse is saying he didn't know there was a such thing as blackface. What a fucking idiot. He should have stood up for himself and said, you know what? Fuck you. That should have been his answer. And those should have been the words he used, too. You know, on behalf of myself, fuck you. I'm not going to cave to you. And if your fucking people get unruly, I'm going to put one in your fucking ass. Shoot the fucking ass. I'm tired of these fucking social cunts. Social justice cunt fucks.
Right.
I hate them.
That's what we're going to rename social justice warriors. Social justice cunt fucks. So saith Chris Aiken.
That's damn right.
That's
their
it.
From now on, when you read these stories, I would expect that you address them as social justice cunt fucks.
Thank God for Trump.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right, well, go take a piss. What should we play?
How about if we go with some Symphony X?
All right.
Don't care what song. Just pick one.
And why Symphony X?
We haven't played it in a while.
All right. Fair enough. All right. Well, here's some Symphony X. I'm just going to grab something and play it.
All right.
I'm going to play something from their... Let's see here. I'm going to play something from their Divine Wings of Tragedy from 1999.
All right. Sounds good.
And I'm going to play Sea of Lies.
That's my favorite.
Of course it is.
All right. That's my Sea of Lies.
Sure. All right. We're here, Symphony X, exclusively here
on your classic metal show.